What's going on, everybody? What you're about to see is my reaction to the brand new Pentatonix track from the brand new album. This is Prayers for This World. Very much looking forward to checking this out. If you'd like to see my full, entire, uncut, unedited reaction to the Pentatonix new album, the whole album, go check out the Patreon. There's a link down below. There's so much more on Patreon, including a whole Hamilton movie, as well as In the Heights, as well as Encanto, and so many other artists as well. So much stuff on the Patreon. If you'd like to see this full, uncut, unedited album of the Pentatonix reaction and breakdown, go check out the Patreon, link down below. Let's see what we got. This is Prayers for the World, just released today. Wow, you hear that swirling?
These are hard times and these times feels like the world's about to capsize. Feels like it might take a miracle to make it out alive.
Okay, hold on a sec. I've listened to a lot of Pentatonix stuff on this channel. You guys have heard a lot of Pentatonix stuff. I'm actually curious. Maybe somebody could tell me. Does anybody know how many I have on the Pentatonix playlist? It's got, I don't even know at this point. Big fans of their work. And what's really interesting is to hear the just addition and like the progress that they're making in quality of sound. Like this is serious top-notch production. Like really good. I'm gonna start it over because it's high quality production sound, which I always say is so impressive with vocalists, because vocalists are hard to record. They're finicky. A guitar is a guitar, and yes, a guitar to some degree is a little finicky because the humidity affects the wood, and which affects the tone, and the humidity affects the strings because they get not rusty, but they lose their brightness. Like there's so many playing oils affect it, of course, right? Every instrument is a little finicky, but the voice is very finicky because if it's too dry, your voice could change. If it's too wet, your voice could change. If you're sick, your voice could change. Not only that, those are just the physical aspects. Then, how you place the mic, how you place it in your mouth, how you like the words, how you place the words in your mouth, how you place everything. You know, like where in your voice you're singing. Like everybody's voice is slightly different, so now you have to EQ the voices. There's so many things about the voice that make it so beautiful, but so hard. And to some degree, actually, I'm a big fan of Polaroids. Actually, if you see over here, I have a whole wall over here full of them. It's kind of like a Polaroid, where in the sense of like every single one is unique, and when you get a really good recording, it's like, oh shoot, that's like the same thing as a really great Polaroid. That's why they're so special to me, because it's like when you get a really good one, it's really special, right? So I don't know, I just, it sounds so good, and it's always so much more impressive when it's just the voices. Obviously, it sounded like there was cellos and stuff in here, and I saw on the credits for another track that there's what's it called, guitars, but on a different one. I don't know what song it was, but alas. But you hear them spinning around with the tremolo?
These are hard times and these times feels like the world's about to capsize. Feels like it might take a miracle to make it out alive. The clock is ticking. What do we do?
Cool timbre shift of vocals.
Someone listen. Help us through. Pray for this world, bring peace to its doors, bring home to its shores. We've got to change.
Dude, like the quality's so good. First of all, that was a cool timbre shift between Mitch's voice and Scott's voice. Very different styles of singing. Mitch has a very direct, very straight, very powerful voice, and so does Scott, but it's very different in the sense that Scott's is a bit wider of a sound, broader of a sound. He had the rasp to it, which is really cool. If you didn't know, you wouldn't know that. Obviously, again, there are some instruments in here, there are strings and stuff, but it sounds like a full band. And the low pass filtered drums, where like the beatboxing, where they're taking the high frequencies off and giving just the low frequencies through, it's the underwater kind of feel, where it looks like the half of this is being filmed underwater with the shaky filming. Really cool. Dude, his voice. You hear that vocal swell into the transition? That was really cool. This hands down has to be the best I've ever heard Scott sing. This is insanity. Like, it sounds so crazy good. bass slide down. Strings.
Cause when you look how it's going on, you just wanna run and hide. Only light can fight the darkness.
Come on.
Only love can end the hate. We gotta get us some love and light, so love can light the way. The clock is ticking, time running out. Is someone listening? Help us out. That's what this world brings.
Dude, I don't know what changed in their voices, but they are exponentially more powerful than I've ever heard them. Like Kirsty's vocal right there is insane. Like Scott's vocal and Mitch's, like, but like they're all so, they seem like so confident in what they're singing. Like they truly believe, and they're like begging the prayers for this world. Like this is really cool, man. And again, one really interesting vocal thing that they're doing here is it sounds like there's so many things going on. There's a big soundscape, full sound, full production, but the main vocal's really sitting really straight in the center, and it really stands out because it's pretty dry. There's not a lot of effects on it, and it's pretty compressed though. Like there's a good amount of compression, which compression takes the quiets and makes the quiets a little louder and the louds a little quieter. So it compresses. If the waveform's like this and it's like all over the place, it'll compress it to make it more like that and a bit more steady. So you have more of a steady recording sound than one dynamically all over the place. So you can hear that it's compressed, but still, man, this is really top notch.
To its doors, bring home to its shores. We've got to change. Breath for this world, bring
Big layers of vocal harmonies in the background.
It's gonna thrill. We've got to save it. Raise up our hands and rise together. It's gotta be now, it's now or never. Breath for this world, we've got to save her.
I gotta pause. Dude, God's vocal sounds so insane right here. What's really interesting about this, I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. Listen to almost the sloppiness of it, in the sense of like, that's kind of why I feel like it's so believable, because like when we speak and we really mean something, like we emphasize certain things, we don't speak like robots. And I think that sometimes singers, myself included, can sing like robots because we want every word to be enunciated, everything to sound proper, everything to sound right. But that's not the case here. Almost some words are a little slurred and like kind of, obviously the pitch is on, but like the word pronunciation is a little over the place. But that's what I think sells the authenticity of it. Listen to what I'm saying.
We've got to save it. Raise up our hands and rise together.
Like that raise up our hands kind of sounds like one word, you know, like, but that's the authenticity of, like, you don't, when you're like screaming something and passionate, you're not like passionately saying every distinct word. You're not caring about that. You're just caring about the message.
That's
crazy.
Come on. Make a change, give all the love I can, 'cause that's the only way for us, I'm gonna pray for us.
Nice echo
Praise for
reverb.
this world, bring peace to its doors, bring hope to its shores. We've got to change it. Praise for this world, bring wind to its sails. It's gone off the rails. We've got to save it. Raise up our hands and rise together. It's gotta be now, it's now or never.
Hear that nasal placement?
We've got to save
Yeah, that was crazy, man. That was insane. What was also cool is in the video, the mix between like them and the black and white, but also the nature, right? Like there was a lot of flowers and nature things going on, and like it almost again gives this collaboration between the world. That's the worldly aspect, the earth, you know, and the prayers for the world. I thought that was cool too. This was insane, man. The vocal, the quality, wow, my gosh, the best I've ever heard from them, hands down. Scott sounded insane, and Mitch sounded great too. But I feel like it was comfortable for Mitch. Like he didn't sound different. People have gotten comments saying like, you don't give Mitch enough credit. I'm like, I think he's great. I think he's, but like, there's nothing. I don't have anything bad to say. But people are assuming I don't have anything good. I don't know. I don't know what the issue is, honestly. But this seemed safe for Mitch in the sense like it didn't seem like it was out of like anything I've heard differently. But Scott, I've never heard Scott sing like that. That was insane. And then Kirsty had like that. There was that one section where it's like she's really selling it too, which is that's just my personal opinion. To be honest, it's killer, insane. Really hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out the rest of the stuff on the channel, there's so much, as well as again the Patreon. I'm going to be going through this whole album over on Patreon. So if you want to see the uncut, unedited versions of this album, go check out the Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. There's so much more on Patreon as well. Check out my own original music, including the concert that I just had. You can see that link down below. God bless and peace out.